Now, can anybody tell me what happened last week?
We talked about possible future.
We talked about possible futures. Exactly, that's right. We did not actually run a session. So for those of you who weren't here, I will push this to the players. We had a bit of a discussion about these 4 potential options. As to
sorry, I thought that our being there gave us special voting powers.
The voting is done.
So
it is decided.
Right, cool, good.
Because I've started writing it and figuring it out,
But
so I'm not fucking changing.
Let's not tell Sam what we decided. Let's hear what he wanted.
I've already added a note to it to say what's happening. But Sam, stop reading! No, so the idea is, there's these 4 concepts that we could go into as a next step. I've kept them all relatively vague. And the one that was of most interest to everybody by an overwhelming margin was this one labelled The Purging, where a knight of the Good League of Good has come under fire for his somewhat aggressive approach to defending his people, and has recently become obsessed with tracking down the source of a plague spreading in the town of Stratholm. We're pretty certain that he can be enticed into joining us for the greater good. Why don't you go and help him out with his fall? So, silence.
I have questions.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
How many of these subplots?
Oh, I thought it was something else. Yeah, go for it.
Questions.
I did.
How many of these subplots are World of Warcraft?
4 out of 4. Every single one of them.
Is the one we're doing? I think I know. I think I know this story.
The one you guys have selected is widely regarded as the best story in World of Warcraft, which is hilarious because it doesn't happen in World of Warcraft.
Yes, no, I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do know what that story is.
Yeah, you probably do.
Because you've told it to me many times.
It's a good story.
Dude, but shut up.
Exactly.
Tom's response, because that's what he said to me.
Honestly, it's one of those.
You are probably correct.
The only reason I know the story is because Dom has told it to me before. I don't know the detail. I just remember that it happened. So, honestly, it was the name of the town that gave it to me.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right. You guys are going to pervert it horribly. You're going to completely ruin it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to change it to be something entirely different. And by the end, we're going to be... I don't know. We're going to be sinking an island into the sea for fun.
That's so are we not going to get the same end result?
You might, if you play your cards right. You might fuck it up. I don't know.
I kind of hope we do, just because that's cool.
I know none of these storylines, so I'm excited.
It's all right. Yeah, don't worry. So, yes, in terms of what actually happened, not really much happened. I did show you guys this is what we're going to be using as the ship map going forward for the Juggernaut.
The what map?
Now, I've just moved you into it. It'll load. So you can see there are the 3 levels. You've got the underdeck, you've got the deck, and then the one in between is the deck, but also what's inside of those cabins, essentially. Now, you will notice on this ship, and I'm showing all this stuff to you now because it's potentially going to be relevant in this session, there are cannons. Now, they've not been... as I edit this, and say all... And all, I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. So there are cannons. Now I've added on this party adjacent cannon. Can you see in the character sheet the actions?
Mine just
character answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's off.
It's asking me to use a character answer.
Okay, don't do that.
It's asking me to make a character answer.
Okay.
I'm now asked what.
I have removed it out of everybody's journal. I don't know why that has happened. I will fix it later.
I've made the cannon into a monk. Just
Excellent.
I think you need to tag it as an NPC.
I have tagged it as an NPC, but clearly it doesn't like giving you guys control over an NPC.
If we all edit, I imagine if we all hit edit character directly, we'd probably then see the NPC one.
Possibly. I will figure it out later, but needless to say...
Test it on me first.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that, and that way, if it breaks, we can all blame Sam. So.
We
That's
just
my
blame
favourite.
Sam anyway.
Fuck
Can we
Oh, we
just
can blame Sam anyway. There you go, Sam. If you load that up, I've put it back in everybody's journal and given you edit powers over it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I just hit edit character directly, and now I'm seeing an NPC.
And now you're seeing it was
Just
an
like
NPC.
fire cannon, aim cannon, load
Yeah,
cannon.
can you press fire cannon? Let's see if
try
it
it.
works.
Yeah.
load the
Excellent.
cannon? Aim the cannon.
Yes, so to load a cannon is an action, to aim a cannon is an action, to fire a cannon is an action. These are time consuming and difficult to do. If you work together as a team, though, you can fire them quite quickly.
Yeah.
We be responsible for an action and have to elaborately shout the action we're doing it.
I would prefer if you did.
Lord, cannon.
Aiming cannon.
Exactly. So that's
Firing
that's how
cannon.
cannons as a mechanic I'm planning on having work. At the moment they do 8d10 bludgeoning damage. Like
Ooh,
that's pretty good.
that's a fireball.
It's a fireball.
No, that's
Okay.
Better than-
Better
way
than
better than
fireball, isn't it?
fireball.
Oh yeah, fireball's like
8d6.
d6s. isn't
86.
it? It's good
Damn,
damage.
that's
It's damage on a
fucking-
single target. That is just with regular cannonballs. If you want to start putting in weird cannonballs, we can talk about that. But this is just how I want to make cannons to work.
Low
I'm
guns
doing
are
this all.
great.
Weird
cannon.
cannonballs. Weird
Exactly.
cannonballs. Weird
Weird-
cannonballs.
Weird camel balls for Tom. Got it.
Can we put
We
party
Load
members in
nugget
cannons?
into a cannon.
Can you put what? Sorry,
Party members?
party
Yeah,
members.
can we put
For
cats?
speedy boarding.
For speedy boarding, it's certainly something we can look into.
Aggressive boarding.
I'm
If we
just
put-
showing you
if we
guys
put-
how
if
cannons
we put a
work
little
so
s-
that you know. Yeah,
If we
go
put a
for it,
spiky
Sam.
helmet on the dwarf, can we use him
Mhm.
as a shell? And just fire him through the side of another ship, and then you can
Probably.
attack.
See, I genuinely had the thought of like, oh, what if they want to fire like, and I thought it'd be caught because he's small,
Hmm.
and I was like, nah, that's stupid. They won't want to do that. And now I'm like, you fucking idiot, Dom.
Or we
Or
could put
basilisk. We can
Rag
find
there.
salad cream.
We could put cork ragged,
Fucking
nugget,
basilisk
salad
cat, yeah.
cream, and all the individual cats, all in cannons, and then
Mhm.
fire them all at once.
I'm
Fireball
sorry.
one.
Which
That's not-
cats?
All of the cats.
That's
Which
a
cats?
broadside.
Salem,
them.
Fluffy, Muffin, Sunday, Pickle, Fuzz Aldrin, and Binks.
That
Oh,
is all the cats.
That is all the cats. Yes,
If we put them
excellent.
all in one cannon, do they count as grape shot?
As long as you chain them together. Oh wait, no,
And
great.
the cat-
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah
chain
those
shot.
are the chain shots, aren't
And the
they?
cats
Yeah,
be
yeah.
separated.
no.
You got.
I like to imagine
got
it's like if you
ball-
pick up a
you
cat
got-
and walk away, you won't even notice, and suddenly you're not holding a cat, you're holding a pineapple or something.
It's like a
oh,
dead
yeah.
hero. They come as
Yeah.
one.
You can't take one
Yeah,
cat
you
out of the
got-
box.
Otherwise, I
you got
lose levels.
cannonballs. You got your chain shot. You got your grape shot, and you got your bombs. Sea dogs talk much.
All right,
Can't
so
see it,
there
but I'm
are.
nodding sagely.
I can honestly, I can fucking tell. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys how cannons are going to work, so that you know ahead of time.
We're
There's not
telling
lots
you
of
how the
arguing.
balls are going to work.
What
You're
is-
telling me you're going to try and load each other into cannons. I'm going to say you can try it. Let's see what happens. Okay.
So-
Should I be able to
Tom?
access the canon character
Oh.
sheet?
Okay. I will now make
What
it so that
happens, Tom? What
all
happens if you
players
lose like
get
one
it.
cat out of 7?
he goes down a level.
Through law, I lose a level.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you lose a
So
cat?
if we fire like Binks out the cannon, and he dies on impact, do
You
lose
will
a level?
find it exceptionally difficult to separate the cats.
How
I
do
will
you
tell
lose
you
a
that
cat?
right now.
Can you leave one on a train or something?
I will consider it a PvP action to separate the cats.
So you should.
Can I turn
The
one
cats
cat
will
into a
lose their
were-tiger?
shit.
Sorry, Richard.
Can I turn one cat into a were-tiger?
Yeah. Don't see why not.
That's extra cat.
This double cat.
The cat transformed into a cat.
Slightly
A
larger
slightly
cat.
bigger cat.
Yeah.
A bit more of a hinged cat.
It's like you'll never suspect it if I transform. And then they just become another cat and they're like, what?
Dear. All right, excellent. So yeah, if everybody, whatever Sam did to make the cannon work, was it just edit character sheet directly or something?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I would ask, please please don't change too much of the character sheet, or I'll have to, I don't know, kill you or something.
Oh, okay, edit and then
Bye-bye.
save changes.
Which cat do you want to die?
Edit sheet directly. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That really weird frog-like looking cat. Oh wait, it is.
Yeah, that freak of a cat.
All right, excellent. So yes, put some of the good stuff in it. So you load it, you aim it, you fire it, and if you want to do a hold action, so you're like, I'm going to stand next to the cannon and I'm going to do a load, or I'm going to do an aim, I'm going to do a fire. That way you can stack up 3 people on a cannon and you can be just reliably firing the cannon. I regret giving you guys access to this character sheet because apparently you're just going to spam the chat.
No, I'm not spamming it. I'm
practicing.
I'm
practicing.
Yeah, no, Tom is. Tom, there's a limit to how much practice you need.
Tom's aiming.
You can't just go from not loading and firing cannons to going
willy-nilly
loading and firing cannons. You need to practice a few.
Tom, if you want me to add a proficiency modifier that you've got to beat in order to do any of these things, I will add it.
I don't think the cats can load a cannon.
I think loading.
Oh my God,
loading
imagine them rolling little balls.
You can't just go from not flying planes to just flying planes full of people.
Yeah. You call yourself a DM, Dom.
You can't go from not doing open heart surgery to just doing open heart surgery.
I take my comment back. You can fire one of the cats out the cannon. Tom, you'll lose a level.
Oh.
To be fair,
Right, excellent.
every heart surgeon has gone from having never done heart surgery to having done heart surgery in one moment.
So
at
has
some point.
every pilot.
But to be fair, Sam, not
Pilots don't
every
do
heart
heart surgery that much,
surgeon
Andy.
has gone from never doing heart surgery to successfully doing heart surgery in one moment.
This is true.
Oh dear. All right then. If we're done fucking around, are we done fucking around?
Probably.
You tell me.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. So excellent. All right. So you guys have successfully sailed the Good League of Good boat back to the cove, where the dreadnought is kept, or the juggernaut, sorry, is kept. You triumphantly return. Now you had to kind of weigh anchor slightly outside of the cove and get on the little boat and row back into the cove to meet up again with Captain Nose Boots. But I have got a rather snazzy map for you, so I'm going to move you onto that as soon as possible because I'm really pleased with it. Boom.
Oh,
Ooh,
Ooh,
Snazzy.
what the hell's this?
Yes, so you guys are over here, having just come back off of the tight. You can see there's a rowboat there that you've sailed back. Now, to be clear, this transparent part is the top of the cave.
Oh, have we got to blow the thing out?
It's
No,
already
they
been
were working on it.
mined out.
Oh,
Yeah. You arranged that already with your kobold and goblin friends.
That was
Well,
good
friends
of
is
me.
a strong word. Indeed. All right. Well, as you return to the cove, Captain Noseboots comes over to you, all excited, and he's like, "Oh, did you get gunpowder then? Are we gonna be pirates?"
Yeah, we're all taken care of.
I don't think we did we?
No,
we
we
brought
didn't.
You did
Yeah, we got an
successfully. You
entire
got
ship
your
of
hands on a
gunpowder.
lot of
the
gunpowder.
entire
yeah.
ship of gunpowder, and we put a bunch on the.
You put
rowboat
some on the
just in case,
rowboat,
but
yes,
it was
exactly.
all
Ah,
around
yes, I remember.
then. Yeah, we got fucking shitloads of it. Yes, all in today's work, my good man.
The captain, incredibly excitedly, starts having a look at the box of gunpowder that you're currently hauling out of the ship. He starts calling for his various cohorts to come over. Let's give this a go. Then we've got tons and tons of cannonballs. That's not a problem. It's just the gunpowder we haven't really figured out. So this is all very exciting. We'll start loading cannons. We'll do some test fires, and we'll be good to go. Oh.
You're going to do the test firing outside of the small enclosed cave, right?
Yeah, we'll aim outside of the cave. Don't worry, we're not idiots. We're fine. Yeah. Maybe we'll aim one inside the cave just to see what it does, but you know.
Yeah. Sure.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Are you guys okay? Do you need a minute? You look as he kind of glances over the group and in particular
behavior.
lingers on Ragnir. You guys look a little worse for wear. Do you want to take a nap, or are you good?
Sleep. Yes.
We could do with a quick rest.
A quick rest.
A quick rest.
A quick rest, or do you guys want to go to bed? You look a bit beaten up.
I
We'll
need-
sort out. We'll start loading cannons. We'll start hauling it all onto the ship. We'll get the Juggernaut all set up for you.
They're
I
gonna
need to
rob
lie
us.
down.
They're gonna rob us, and it's gonna be like Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right, you guys can take a long rest if you'd like. Now you can go down in one of these caverns, or you can go to this one up here, wherever you want to rest, or you can sleep in the water if you happen to be a frog person. Choice
Yeah.
is kind of yours.
Do that. I'm gonna sleep under this rock.
I'm gonna sleep somewhere where it's kind of warm.
All right then. There are options as to where you can sleep if you want to. So
Hey, that looks nice.
I'll say you guys take a long rest. You get yourself set up. Now, do you want to have people on watch, or are you gonna just sleep the whole thing?
I'm just sleeping in the sea.
Okay.
I will just sit on a barrel and I'll just go motionless because
Do you
that's how
need
I
to
rest
sleep
for 4 hours.
for 4 hours.
I can keep my eyes open.
Oh,
It just says I have to be motionless and inactive.
that's not creepy at all.
It is. It's really creepy.
It's exceptionally creepy. Okay, right. Fair enough then.
Cool.
I retain
then,
some
yeah. Sam?
Cool is going to find a nice corner and cuddle his halberd and sleep.
Cuddle his halberd, wait until nobody's looking, pull out a tiny teddy bear, give it a kiss, tuck away in his armor, and cuddle his halberd.
Ruining its
Yep.
outfit.
I think he's gonna read his halberd a bedtime story about like killing things.
Yeah, it's always an exceptionally violent story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wander in and just catch
And
Cole
then
saying,
you-
and then he tore him apart with his bare hands. His guts went everywhere. It was horribly disgusting. And they all lived happily never after. The end.
And then he raised a flag using the man's intestines as a rope.
It was beautiful. You're not entirely certain where Cole got that storybook from, or if that is a storybook or not his diary.
It sounds like the next one's going to be someone eating someone's tongue.
No, that's
Yeah,
far
what
too
actually
evil,
is
clearly.
It's the great adventure. It's actually like a memoir. It's the great adventures of Garrow.
The totally legal adventures of Garrow, yes. All right then. So, if you can all put yourself in a various location where you might be sleeping, I'm looking at you in particular, Richard.
On the corner of a boat.
Yeah, on the corner of
Sounds
a boat.
nice.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Cole's huddled up there. Jean is just going motionless.
Sheila is also with me and is just sort of like crawling
Yeah.
like around me every now and again.
Okay, and
Perched.
Salem is curling up in front of the bonfire, which honestly is the most in character thing you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right, fair enough then. So as you're taking a rest, as you're kind of sleeping. Now you're not sleeping for the entire thing. You're resting for most of it. You get kind of a catch up from the various people. You know that essentially after you guys left, the various kobolds and goblins all went kind of crazy trying to dig out the cavern. They were able to dig out enough that there was then a quite substantial cave-in. That's what quite a lot of this refuse is in the water. There's enough that you could get the ship in and out, but you probably don't have space for your trireme at the same time.
Oh.
In terms of the kobolds and the goblins that did all the digging, all of them have died except for 2.
Oh. How?
Because of the cave-in. They are under there. Nugget, as you're chilling underwater, you do kind of notice, like, that hand looks fresh.
Mm.
There we go.
Delicious.
The 2 that have remained are a goblin who has christened himself Gib the Long-Lived, and a kobold who had the good sight to move out the way of the cave-in, who has christened himself Tech the Wise, who have now joined the footmen. You can see they are here.
How do you spell
Gib
tech?
the T-E-K.
Alright, yeah.
Tech the Wise and Jib or
Would be
Gib
long-lived.
the Long-Lived. Gib has become the chef who is presently working with the captain's daughter on what you hope is stew. What you really hope is stew.
Who's Stu?
Well, if it's supposed to be solid, it doesn't work. And who's stew? Sorry, it's another kid you murdered, Dan. Oh, no.
Self-defense to myself.
Wrecked.
Against.
Yeah, another
too
kid I
soon.
killed in self-defense. Yes, that sounds much better.
In a court of law, it's complete defense.
He's right, but also wrong.
Mm.
All right, excellent. So you all find
Yeah.
various places
On one
to
level,
rest.
he is right. On many others, he is wrong.
So if you can take a full rest, get your actions, get your bonus actions, all of that stuff all sorted out.
Sweet spell slots.
All your sweet spell slots, exactly, fully refreshed.
Mm.
And
Are we
Much
allowed
death awaits my
during
enemies.
during our downtime? Are we allowed to load all the cannons?
If you want to specifically take the time to load the cannons, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that. I can mark the cannons as loaded.
I mean, Salem can't do that.
Oh, I feel like Salem, with the assistance of Fluffy and Monday and Muffin and Sunday and Pickle Fuzz, Aldrin, whatever the fuck they're all called, they could manage it. So I'm just going to
Maybe-
mark these cannons as loaded.
Yeah.
So you can see there is one on the ship currently. There are others on the ship, but they're still being set up. There's 2 here on the side. There's another one on the north cavern, and 2 in the southern cavern. You have now loaded all of them. All they
I'm sure
need now
that
is to
won't
be
come up at
aimed
any
and
moment.
fired.
Yes. This
Now,
could either
remember-
go very well or very
Could go
badly.
wrong.
Aiming
They
and
probably are.
firing are still separate actions, so unless somebody action surges or something of that sort, you're still going to need 2 people to be operating them effectively. If you try and
What if
fire
you just-
without aiming,
I was going to say, that was my next question.
you can try that, but that means I get control over where your cannon goes off. So
Oh
just
yeah, no, I wouldn't
just
expect
keep
to have
that in
any.
mind.
Yeah, I was more explaining that it's physically possible to fire the cannon without aiming it. It's just not
Oh,
wise.
it's very physically possible. It's also just very physically stupid. So
Yeah,
don't
enter
worry.
Ragnar.
I look forward to seeing it happen more than once. in this
Yeah,
session.
Ragnar is 100% going to blow his own leg off. Very
It's
exciting.
alright, got to.
That's not okay. All right, fine.
He's not wrong.
He's
not wrong,
he's
he's
not
an idiot.
wrong, I suppose. Yes. All right. When you wake up in the morning, you're briefly fed with just some bread and water from the rest of the from the crew. The stew is still bubbling away. You really hope that stew. Maybe it's washing up liquid. Actually, it's not entirely certain. The captain's daughter appears to be sweating profusely over the top of it, desperately trying to stir the spoon, which appears to be desperately trying to fuse with the bottom of the pan.
Mm.
At this point, you don't think it's stew.
Can I try some?
You can go up and ask to try some if you'd like. Yeah.
Go up and try and taste some. So
Okay.
Address the is it the kobold who was alive?
There's a kobold who's alive, but he's currently he's stood next to the fire, but his eyes appear to be pointed in 2 different directions, so you're not entirely certain what he's looking at.
Okay, I'm just gonna go up and I'm just gonna try some of the so-called stew.
Okay, can you make me a
This
Constitution?
is where you find
saving
out
throw,
it's not
please?
stew at all. She's
Constitution.
boiling bones to make glue or something.
No, this is tar for the boat.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Cool. Excellent. All right. You take a sip of the stew and you think, oh, that's got a bit of a kick to it. Ooh, it's definitely not quite done, but there's something there. Actually, that tastes quite good. Have 5 temporary hit points.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
it's got some legs to it. It's got some potential. you go.
Excellent. That also reminds me to
Is it
set my
is
noise
it Silky and
back.
Duff?
Is it a what?
Silky and Duff.
I didn't get that reference either.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
don't-
Skilly and Duff.
That didn't clear anything.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still. What?
Skilly and Duff.
I
Repeating
think
it.
Dan's having a stroke.
Yeah. Do we need
No,
to
Skilly
call
and Duff. It's a thing.
Pinky on the brain?
Skilly and Duff? Is this is from
no.
Redwall? I'm seeing.
Hillary Duff?
Is it?
I've not
I remember
watched
it from my
Redwall.
childhood.
Hillary Duff.
It's not a TV
I
series.
think he's talking about Hillary Duff.
I think he's talking about
Hillary Duff.
Okay, it's not a Hillary Duff. I'm terribly sorry to disappoint.
Oh no, yeah. So it's a thick wheat sauce, which is a skilly, and a doughy, puddingy dumpling situation.
You've made this up.
Oh,
This
cool.
isn't right.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's got meat. It's got veg in.
It's not
It's
skilly
definitely a
enough.
stew, but it's just not quite ready. But Court has managed to tough his way through.
Yeah, boy.
All right. So, as you kind of
Tell I
come
read
together,
it, I called it silky because I was a child.
a child, how dare you? All right. As you kind of come back together with the rest of the crew, Captain Noseboots is kind of patrolling around amongst his crew, reminding everybody on what their responsibilities are, making sure everybody knows, making sure they've got fresh water. They're running through all the supplies. I'm going to dot them variously around on the boats and in and amongst the supplies as they're just kind of getting everything ready. They're operating this crane to load things on the ship. One of them is going to be out here by the cannon on lookout. So let's put him over there. The kobold continues staring in two directions at once. Yes, Sam?
Have they got any grog?
Have they got any grog? You can certainly ask them for grog. And the captain kind of variously points at these two kegs over here. Can you see them on the...
more a genuine concern for their health, because trying to keep water good at sea is very difficult. So grog.
Oh yeah, no, but this is also a world where there's a kobold, Sam.
And magic exists.
Magic does exist, and kobolds exist, more importantly. Anyway, so they're kind of milling about. They have got grog. They've got fresh water. They're in a position. They're looking to load up the ship, and they're discussing potential targets. Now, in terms of potential targets, the way they see it, there's a couple of options. All right, we can go sailing round and try and pick off some of the neutral league's trading barges. They'll be full of lots of loot. Lots of supplies, but the neutral league of neutrality has a habit of, if you're aggressive to them, they just try and kill you and everyone you've ever met. They're notorious for slight overreactions, but also not really an overreaction because you have killed a bunch of them. It's the whole thing. Or the alternative option is that we go and plunder some of the coastal towns further up north. There's some towns that are under the control of the Good League of Good. That's an option to go and sack. Or we could head south to the pirate towns and join up with one of those pirate gangs. Lots of options. Or, of course, the other option is we go and sail up and point all of our guns at the town of Brimhaven. And we take all their boots.
That and pirates.
They don't have any boots.
Don't we have them?
Not anymore.
Yeah, we have their boots, and we can now destroy their town.
I
Did you
think
guys
that might
keep
just
the
be a waste
chest?
of time. Didn't we burn it down?
The boots were in the box of cats.
We already did a fair number on the town.
Oh yes, they were with the. They were with.
No,
the
there was only
cats,
some
yes.
boots in the box.
I'm pretty sure
We
most
already
of the
did
boots
quite
were
the number on the
Let's finish it
town.
off.
To be fair,
Yeah.
what's the point? We won't profit.
It's pretty-
There's no profit involved.
Bragging rights.
Pirates.
We sacked a fucking hovel. Get us.
All right,
Pirates.
there's various
Pirates.
debates amongst all the people.
Pirates.
You guys obviously shouting for let's join the pirates. Of course, Nugget's participation is somewhat difficult to understand given he's 20 feet away and underwater.
Pirate.
Oh, it's a Murloc.
He is essentially playing a Murloc, yes.
Yeah.
So, various debates. At one point, Tech the Wise kind of, while staring in two directions, tries desperately to make eye contact with Captain Noseboots and just says, "Diamonds!" and then resumes staring off in two directions. You're pretty certain Tech the Wise has a very significant head wound. Actually, 1 point caught. Tech the Wise
a split in his skull.
is the first. Sorry, no, he is actually taller than you. You're like, no, sorry, yeah, buddy, yeah, sorry, he's still taller than you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am very small.
You're far too small. The odds of me finding somebody shorter than you. Oh well. Right. Anyway, so as you're kind of, chilling, the Captain Noseboot says, "So, was everything all right getting the, getting all the gunpowder and everything like that? There's no good League of Good people lurking out there, gonna come and kill us.
Shouldn't be lurking out there, but we do rather conspicuously have one of their ships still moored outside. Did we get all of the gunpowder off that and onto our...
They've ferried all of the supplies off of
Right.
that, including a lot of the fresh water, that sort of thing, food
I was going to
supplies.
say, all the other good supplies in there. Cool.
All the other good supplies are now on the Juggernaut.
Right.
So I suppose we could sink their ship, and kind of hide the evidence, or we could try and turn it. We could have a fleet of ships.
We could
we could
use it
try
as
and
a
use their
as
ship.
as a decoy.
Interesting.
We could just fill it with cannons.
Nugget,
can't-
can you make me a perception check, please?
Or we could use it in an attack and frame the good League of Good.
I think it's gonna sail in and fuck us all up.
Nugget, as you're
broadside fight in this cave.
you're underwater and kind of chilling, looking out deep sea, as a grung, you've got naturally just incredibly good underwater vision. It's actually better than your overwater vision. You have to wear glasses when you're above water. You don't, because you ain't a nerd, but you should probably. Anyway, as you're kind of looking out, you see, oh hey, so that's where our ship is. It doesn't sit very low in the water, so you can't see much of it. But then you notice it's moving.
Oh,
Oh.
the ship's moving.
That seems weird.
Ship's moving.
Now, in terms of moving, it appears to just be gently rocking away from you, actually kind of on its side. It's moving completely the wrong direction for this sort of ship. Now, it's just kind of off of this map. It's not very far away from you, and it is kind of rocking away. Anything you want to do?
I'm thinking get out the water.
Okay, interesting.
It's the Kraken.
Maybe up onto these rocks.
Okay, you start to clamber your way out onto the rocks, and as you're kind of climbing up, you notice that the ship is moving away from you purely because it appears to be kind of drifting towards something that is approaching in the water. And you are exactly correct, as Nugget spots just in the distance, just far enough away, the head of a kraken.
Yeah.
All right, now if we can all, where the fuck is? If we can all roll initiative, let's start getting some turn orders up. As I get some of these in. Oh fuck! Why did I make so many characters?
No, damn.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear.
I think you made so many characters because you realise we're going to need them to fight a Kraken.
I mean, possibly. I make no comment. Okay.
As a point of reference, any
I
previous
see the
encounters
cannon
with
as well,
Krakens
initiative.
we've had during our games have been entirely non-useful because the Kraken that I had you fight was very different to a normal Kraken.
Why isn't my character sheet opening?
Why do you
lost
compare us, Sam?
Never quite
Oh
yet.
no, it's alright. It is.
You set us up
My
for failure,
Kraken was
Sam.
far, far worse.
Oh, okay. In which case then you set us up for success.
Do you not remember the noise?
I do remember the noise.
I would rather not remember the noise.
I also remember
Uh,
it
noise.
licked its heart.
It was about a dozen layers of different sounds at once.
Okay, I think I've gotten all of the NPCs. Just have to check. We got Captain's Daughter, that one, Blondie, Red, other Blondie. Definitely not Edwin Van Cleef. That one. Tech the Wise. Jib the Long-Lived. Yeah, okay, that is everyone. So I'm going to just put these in order. And the way this is going to work is, so Nugget, you have now called out that there is a Kraken approaching. And we've got one round for everybody to start getting themselves in preparation. So, starting from the top, Court, what would you like to do?
So the cannons are loaded, aren't they?
The cannons are successfully loaded. They need to be aimed and fired. So ideally, 2 people on a cannon will make it operational.
I am going to run to this here cannon here.
Mhm.
And when you say 2 people, can one of those
Yeah.
people be Sheila?
What's the rule on Sheila taking actions, Ed? Can
I
she?
believe as my bonus action, I can because otherwise on her turn she can only take like the dodge action unless I
Oh,
use my
yes.
bonus action to instruct her to do something else.
Okay, yeah, I guess Sheila can. Yeah. All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
sure. Yeah.
Sorted.
All right. Anything else for you, Court? You good?
Me and Sheila got the next one then.
I think that is it for the moment. Yeah.
Okay, moving down the list, the captain's daughter, Captain Noseboots, is going to yell, "Vanessa, run!" And Vanessa is going to run off into the cave. And is cowering. She's slightly further in, but that's as far as I can do without losing sight of her. Call. What are you going to do?
Cool is gonna.
Hum weirdly, apparently.
Can move over here to this cannon
Okay. Yep.
for a start. Probably the one he can reach. And
Oh yeah.
then-
Let me turn on your aura as well while I'm here.
Oh yeah, please do.
It is. Where is it? How big is it? 10 foot? That was a question.
Yes, 10 foot. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Could I action cast aid?
Okay. Yeah.
So
3 creatures within 30 feet of you. You can give them 5 maximum hit points.
their hit point maximum increases by 5, as does their current hit point total. So they obviously essentially goes up by both go up by 5. So
Okay.
I'll do myself, Ed, and Dan as we're the ones nearby.
Okay. If you guys can make a note, extra 5 hit points.
Quick question: does that
Well,
stack with the 5 that I got earlier?
Yeah, because the
It's
5 you
your
got
hit point
are
total,
temporary hit
not
points.
temporaries.
Yeah,
So
this
yes,
just
it does.
So aid goes on your
actually just
total.
increases.
And then I'm going to use.
That's awesome.
Because aid isn't concentration.
So I'm just going to do I'm just going to add the 79 out of 74. Yeah.
Yeah, do that. That's the
Yeah, it's
safest
probably
way.
easiest. And then
All
I
right.
would like
Yep.
to cast Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
myself.
All right then. On yourself. So make a note. You've got an extra +2 AC. It's a concentration. So do try and remember to make concentration saves. All right. So that's you, Salem. Where are you going?
Salem is. So
Salem
we've got. Yes, you're right. So who have we got per cannon? We've got 2 people per cannon here.
Yeah, assuming Ragnar operates the cannon and doesn't just Ragnar it.
We've
I
got
make
2 people cannoning here,
And then we've got one person. It's only me.
but we've got Ed and Hand.
Her name is Sheila.
Bear in mind, it's only 2 people because they're loaded. As soon as they're fired, you will effectively need 3 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
I mean, 2 will. Yeah, 2 is.
we're
better
gonna
than
we're
nothing,
gonna
but
only have 1 round.
You do have.
No. I will say you guys can call for the NPCs to come over and help operate your cannons. There are a lot of NPCs for this reason. So
Yeah. So who the hell's this?
I mean, you have
one of the blondies.
shit.
One of the blondies.
Yeah. If you
Salem's
want
gonna
to tell them where to go,
That'd be Harry. Got it.
Salem's gonna just be an awful
Recruit Daddy
cat.
Harry.
you're going to be an awful cat.
Yeah,
just
and
start knocking cannons off the.
Yeah, you're just going to sit there batting a cannonball off of the deck.
yeah. No, they're gonna persuade this person to come and load.
Okay.
Debbie Harry 1.
He will come and assist you
Oh, not aim.
with manning the cannon. So that's fine. I'll be generous with the movement. I think it's quite a large map, so given at this point, if you're using your action, your bonus action, everything, just to run and get in position and yell, like that's fine. I'll allow it. I know that's not raw, but who cares? All right. Anything else for you, Tom?
No.
You're good. You take another. So
Actually, no. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Hex on the Kraken.
Is it within? It's not within 90 feet right now. Tom.
Oh, okay. I won't cast Hex on the Kraken.
Make sure you've got your mage armor up because that is a free action. So make sure you've got that up. Nugget, what about you? You are currently frog clinging to the side of the wall. You are possibly in the snack position for a Kraken.
I clamber up this cliff.
Yep. Okay. Are you looking to get above it, or are you looking to get in with where Ragnar is?
I want to get into this cannon zone.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. Anything else you want to do, or?
No.
Okay, Ragnar. How about you? Big monster is approaching.
I know. Is this a place I can stand?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Also, just out of curiosity, how big's this opening? For no reason.
Which opening? Oh, where the cannon.
The one
is.
with the cannons pointing out of.
You can get through.
I'm really worried.
Cool.
I'm really worried. What's happening?
It's all right. Okay. So this lad is gonna stay with you guys to man that cannon.
Oh, I was gonna aim the cannon as an action, so that it's ready to go.
I mean, I don't think you can aim the cannon when the Kraken isn't here yet.
Fair.
Yeah,
I
applaud the actual. What? So you'll aim it as soon as the Kraken gets here?
Yeah, as soon as the Kraken's visible.
Who is the last person on the list of NPCs of us? Because we need to shout at these people to go and stand over there.
In terms of you guys,
Debbie
last is Jean.
Okay.
No, in terms of the NPCs as well.
We need to
Debbie
get these
Harry number 2, I
NPCs to man these cannons.
Yeah, to form the action.
You can hold an action to aim the cannon. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Thank you. That would be my turn then.
That would be your turn. Okay, so he's going to stay there to help man the cannon. Captain Nose Boots. He is going to step forward to assist. He's going to assist you, Call, on the cannon. Now we've got Gib the Long-Lived. He is going to run forward over here and start yelling insults and flexing. Gene, what would you like to do?
Get together to load the cannon.
He is standing in such a way he could help. He could help with the other cannon. Tell you what, move him there to make it clearer. But he's mostly just yelling and flexing at the Kraken right now.
I point at the point at the other three that are left and point at the cannons on the other side of the cave entrance and just say, "You go over there, shoot any big thing that comes into view."
Okay, excellent.
Then
that's not going to be caught.
When you say the three, do you mean these three who are around the fire, or?
I just meant,
or just any of them
that are left that are just sort of standing around, not doing anything yet.
Okay, excellent. Yep. It's going to be all their turns after you, so I'll move them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I figured. So have we got enough people who are going to fire this round, who are like holding ready?
So in terms of this round, you've got people on the top cannon, people on Call's cannon, people on Court's cannon. Salem's got people on the cannon. There are two on the south. In terms of people who are standing around, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So yeah, you've got enough to fire a full round of cannons without you, actually.
In that case, I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh fuck me! This is far.
I said I'm being very generous with the rule of how far you can travel this time.
I've got my slippers of spider climbing. How far along would this be quicker going along this?
It would actually, yeah.
Yeah, how far would it be reasonable for me to get, do you think?
I'll say in the circumstances, you could probably get to like this part. You could get to this area. Like, yeah. Like, I'll be generous. You can pretty much. I can probably justify you getting to anywhere on the map if you want to maneuver yourself like that.
I will. Yeah, me and Sheila.
Okay.
Will get over there, and I will. I will aim, and I'll command Sheila to hold her action to fire when the thing comes into view.
Sheila has got a wicked trigger finger, so that is fine.
Yep.
All right, now let's. I'm going to rattle through the remaining NPCs. So this guy, he's going to come over and stand next to you to assist. This guy over here, he is going to come over here to potentially assist with this cannon. This guy, he is actually going to come all the way down south to help out. He goes for a proper sprint. Tech the Wise continues staring at the fire with his eyes pointed in opposite directions. And this last one, I've already moved him. Whoops, I moved him ahead of time, so that's fine. Okay, now we come to Court's turn, but on the 20, on the start, is where the you watch as your lovingly captured trireme cracks in half as the body of the Kraken emerges from the sea directly in front of you. I really hope this token stays the same size, but it might be Diddy. It's Diddy!
Wow, we were worried about nothing.
We're gonna be fine. Kraken is. Oh,
Jesus!
There you go. That's more like it.
That is a little bit bigger.
It's a little bit bigger. And there's its initiative. Where has it ended up? It's a 16, so I will... Descending. There we go. It's now on the turn order. So the Kraken emerges from the water in front of you. A few tentacles are already coming out. That's the size I want for the big ones. So I'm just going to put up... Ooh. That is right, yeah. There we go. And one over here. So a Kraken bursts forth from the water, its colossal maw opens in front of you, and it's clear that it wants to eat every single one of you in this cavern. Court, it is your turn.
So I guess I'm gonna aim and fire the cannon.
Okay, with the assistance of little goblin-y boy next to you, you can aim and fire the cannon. Do you want to hit fire on the cannon, NPC?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, let's see this. Let's get going. Let's get some cannon shots in.
Right, fire the cannon.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, tell you what. There's one key thing I've forgotten. There we go. All right. Oh, unfortunately, with an 8, the cannonball goes wide. You somehow miss the gigantic Kraken in front of you. It sails over its shoulder.
Well,
anything else for you?
I don't know what aim the cannon is in terms of like action stuff. Is that action?
Everything is an action.
Everything is an action.
Everything is an action.
In which case then, bonus action hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check, please.
Stealth check.
Sink down next to the cannon.
I am a stealthy
Next
boy.
to the goblin who's
that is a
screaming and
good.
flexing.
That is a very good stealth roll. Fair enough then. So let me just check one key thing.
That's when it has true sense, not true sight.
No, that's fine. You get the feeling you've managed to successfully hide. Your cannon has gone off and you're hiding in the smoke. Call. Oh, what are you doing?
I shall shoot him.
Yep. Okay then. Let's see some cannon blasts. Now remember, this might be an NPC that you're firing, but you can try and pump in a divine smite or a sneak attack into your cannon. Don't ask how you sneak attack with a cannon. It's easier if you don't know.
So can I get my cohort to aim the cannon for me?
Yeah, Captain Nose Boots will assist you. I just have to make a quick
So I don't need
note
to aim
that
it.
he has done something, so I'm just going to put that on them. Yep. So you can use these NPCs to
Marvelous.
essentially get more actions.
Oh,
and just
cool.
skip their turn. Yeah. So
Can
to be
I
clear,
have then said that I got thingy next to me to reload the cannon on? There you go.
Oh, well, you used him to aim.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, because you had to aim and then fire. Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Right, I will
point.
fire the cannon.
Okay, fire the cannon.
You Kraken.
Oof. With an 8, again, the cannonball, it goes completely wide. It's harder than you think to aim these things. Captain Noseboot starts desperately explaining about trigonometry. Fucking nerd. All you know is he failed.
Told you need practice.
God fucking damn.
Exactly. Call. Anything else for you?
Could make bad decisions.
You are always welcome to make a poor
Decisions.
decision.
Bad decision.
He's going to do Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and just jump into it. Tell me that's not what you were thinking.
Not
Sam.
not a million miles from the truth.
I mean, jumping in the water with it would be less good.
That's it. We get it to jump on land, and then we're on our home ground.
It's a sitting duck.
This archway here.
Yeah.
I can't click for some reason. I've got the movement on.
Yep, this
There.
archway.
Like,
Yep.
How is that like if I were on top of the arch?
Yeah.
I'm assuming I can be on top of it because there's trees there. So
Yeah,
presumably
you
it has
can
a
be
top.
on top of the arch. Yeah.
Is that like within range of the Kraken?
In terms of
reach?
melee range, probably not. Even with reach, probably a bit much. But you
What
could
if I create
certainly
an
get up
elaborate
there and
series
jump
of
down.
ropes and pulleys?
Then you'll have an elaborate series of ropes and pulleys. Congratulations.
So if I
If you
tie
want
a
to
rope around the
suspend
mast,
yourself from, like a crane to swing at the Kraken, I will certainly allow that if you could just show me your pocket crane item.
There's a big crane on the top.
mate,
There is a
there's
crane on
literally
the
a
top.
crane right here.
There is a crane. Yes, that is true. That is true.
Also, if this archway is well above the Kraken, I could take a
Yep.
rope from the end of the crane, hang it over the end of the archway, and then hang off over the arch in front of the Kraken.
You could, yes, and
That-
dangle from it and stab at the Kraken.
I imagine that will probably take
Hang it
multiple
on it
turns.
like a
if
carrot.
turns are 6
I was going to
seconds.
say, yeah, a piece of meat
could
dangling in
possibly
front
go
of a
wrong?
large fish creature. That never works. So yeah.
Cole's going to turn himself into a fishing lure.
I'm
Anything
going
else
to
for
keep
you?
that one. I'm going to keep that one in the back pocket for now.
Yeah, keep it in the.
But
keep
bear
it in the
in mind that I have a decent amount of movement and misty step, so I can move. I can get some shit done.
You are a surprisingly mobile paladin. That is correct.
Yeah, I can. In theory, I reckon I could make it onto that crane and misty step to the top of the archway and jump off in a single turn.
Oh dear.
I wouldn't have an action left to attack the Kraken, but I would be dangling in front of it like a tease.
All right. Anything else for you though? This time,
No,
apart
I'm
from your
gonna-
plans to turn yourself into a worm.
Kraken bait. No, I'm going to continue to think about being Kraken bait and plot.
All right. You continue to think, and Vanessa, on her turn, for her part, will kind of cower. If any of you were bothering to look, you would notice that she is absolutely shitting herself. Moving on to the Kraken's turn. Now, the Kraken tentacles. So let's start from the top. This first one is going to move into position and make a swat at you, Ragnir.
Bring it, bitch.
Where is it? Is it that one?
If Ragnir doesn't get the final shot on this, and someone else
Oh,
kills
I
it, it's going
shouldn't
to
have
be great.
I should have used an action to rage in the last. Oops.
Oof. Does a 21 hit?
Fuck. Yes.
It does. All right. So, you take 14 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and can you make me a strength saving throw? Oh no, sorry, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save.
Yeah, which I believe with danger sense, I think you get advantage on.
Uh,
You don't need it.
I won't bother looking.
Kraken tentacle slaps down on top of you, and you can feel at the very end of the tentacle, the thinner part, you feel it try and wrap around you to grab hold of you, but you expertly move yourself out of the way. And you think, nobody hits me and grabs me. One or the other.
Can I use reaction to hold onto the tentacle?
If you'd like to, yeah. Okay.
Seeing how this movie ends.
We'll deal with that on your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll deal with that on your turn. Yeah. Tell you what, just make me a strength check. I don't have notes for this. Okay, all right.
Hey,
You grab hold of the tentacle, and you feel the tentacle. It's trying to twist your grip to make it so it's gripping you instead, but it's currently failing to do so.
Kraken's little.
Okay. Another tentacle is going to move forward and try and slam down on you, Call. That was the wrong button. Holy shit, that was the wrong button. Wow. That's way too much. Oh my god! Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does not hit.
A 19 does not hit. The Kraken tentacle slams down on the ground in front of you.
Shield of Faith, bitch. I have 20 AC.
As you adjust one of your eyebrows and realise, that didn't even do anything. Try again, big monster. Alright then.
I'm 20 AC and I'm not even using a shield.
You are using a shield of faith. There is a shield involved. It's just made out of your own ego.
Yeah, but I'm called a stonk.
That is true.
I always believe in myself.
Okay, so
also of my power.
The Kraken's body is going to move forward, and this southern tentacle is going to maneuver and try and slam down. Not on you, actually, Ed.
Oh.
It is going to slam down on the dudes next to you.
Uh-oh.
And you watch as the tentacle slams down on the fellow with the black hair. You can see that it crashes down into him, and clearly he takes the brunt very hard, as he has to make a... as the Kraken tentacle wraps around his leg and pulls him away from the cannon. He is currently being held by the Kraken tentacle. And the fourth tentacle is going to maneuver itself here, but not take any actions yet. That is the Kraken's turn. Nugget, your turn.
Whoa.
Where your cannon is, you can fire on the tentacle. You would probably struggle to fire. Well, actually, no. You could hit the main body of the Kraken if you want, but it's hitting the tentacle. It's all the same health pool. So
go for a. Let's go for a tentacle shot.
Okay, then go for it, please.
You're gonna have to tell me how.
So have you got the NPC sheet for the cannon open?
I have.
And if you click on fire the cannon.
Oh. Yeah.
It is
Fucking
a
hell.
13. Oh man.
Fucking hell.
You got a +6 on that roll. It's like I thought it was a solid roll, but apparently you guys are just shit. As the cannon bursts forth with fire and completely misses the tentacle.
What if I were attacking in rage and recklessly?
Talk to me.
If
you can describe how you fire a cannon while recklessly fire a cannon.
He pulls the trigger. He pulls the trigger with his veiny erect penis.
He pulls the trigger
while
with his eyes
screaming in
closed.
anger.
If I were to be very angry
Mm-hmm.
at the fact that this Kraken has followed us here today.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
And as I see its tentacle rise from the sea, I'm gonna go blind with rage. I'm gonna shut my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna light the cannon. I don't even care where it's aimed. I'm just going to fire it at this guy's tentacle.
You're just going to fire it.
I like how shutting your eyes makes him more likely to...
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it to him. You don't use up the action of the NPC to aim. You just recklessly fire the cannon.
As well.
Oh, you had a held action. That's fine. It is.
I'm also holding
as far as you're concerned. as far as you're concerned, you just fired it without aiming, without realizing Ragnar was literally just moving the barrel.
Just kicking it.
As you fire the cannon, and you do successfully hit the tentacle, as the cannonball rips through it and actually takes off a chunk of the tentacle, not the part you're holding on to, Ragnar, you are okay, and does 49 bludgeoning damage to the Kraken.
Oh, lovely.
All right. Anything else for you, Nugget? I mean, you have taken your bonus action to rage, and it's reckless attack, so I think that's it. But
Yeah.
all right then. Salem, you and your little crew. What would you like to do?
Move and Sundi.
Probably fire a cannon.
Probably.
But what would your thoughts be on summoning a greater demon on top of the Kraken?
Can you paste me the greater demon spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Um.
And do you get to
hang on.
choose what the
Possibly
greater
go
demon
wrong.
is?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm not sure you do you?
I think you
Let's
get to
have a
choose
look.
the CI.
I think you. I can't remember if you did.
Let's
I
see
think
how
he
this
does,
works.
but I don't think
You
at this
choose
stage
the
you can
demon's
control
type,
it.
which
Yeah.
must be one of challenge rating 5 or lower, such as a shadow demon or a Balgura. The demon appears in an unoccupied space. Demon disappears, but it drops to 0 hit points, so the spell ends. There's nothing saying the demon has to be summoned on land. Takes 1 action. Then there's the charisma saving throw to not go mad. You can form a blood circle on the ground with blood used as a material component. I feel like Salem does have blood on him, but we've not expressly discussed it. Yeah, I'll
that's
say
what
if
the
you want.
NPCs nearby.
For the component, I think.
Yeah, there are a couple of NPCs nearby. You can get your hands on blood.
Get a bit of blood.
So, yeah, I'll say if you want as an action, you can summon a greater demon on top of the Kraken.
Yeah.
I feel like I know the answer to this question, but what type of demon would you like to summon?
Hang on. I'm going to look at the pic.
The
Okay.
Balgura is a very good one.
Absolute cunt of a
One.
demon.
For some reason, 5e tools has been really slow for me today.
Really?
Sometimes it is.
Let's have a look.
I'll have Balgura. I think that's the one I was looking at last time.
It's the
Balgura is
giant
the best option.
demon ape, and it's fucking awesome.
Okay, I'm just having a look because I don't think the Balgura is in my list of things I have ready. So give me a minute.
How come?
How come? Because I'll be honest with you, Tom, I forgot you had that ability.
I had this spell for the campaign and I have no idea.
Or there's a Tanaruk. That looks evil.
Tanaruk isn't a demon, I don't think. Isn't that that's an orc?
It says demon on 5e tools.
Its type is demon, but it's a
What's
combination.
its
It's like a
SR?
demon orc.
Fiend demon or fiend demon orc are 2 different characters sets.
Right, okay. Either way, I will quickly
Could I
sort
have
out
a
this Balgura.
Weird looking owl.
As
Or
I
Balgura, yeah.
Balgura
That-
is the one you want.
do. Okay, this is just going to take a minute. I don't know how big a Balgura is. Give me a moment as I get it.
They are large.
Large.
I'm just trying to get the where's its stat block? Here we go.
I
So
put
how
it
much
in,
control do you have over the demon?
It
roll
gets
initiative
saving
for
throw
demon.
every turn
Well, that does help. Okay, let me just quickly.
to see.
I've got to very quickly just create an NPC here.
I think Salem starts off controlling it, but at the end of the demons, at the end of each of the demons' turns, it gets a charisma save to see if it
Charisma
breaks for free, and then it
Yeah.
can fucking do whatever it wants.
Okay, so it has an AC of 15. It has got. I'm just going to go with the average hit points because I can't be fucked. It's got 68 hit points. Jesus, it's quite good actually, isn't it?
Like
Yeah, CR5 is high.
Oh no, it does not have 180 Constitution.
Seems reasonable.
That was a minor typo as I just sort all this out. I'm really hoping you choose to summon Balguras in the future, Tom, because I
Yeah.
can't be fucked to sort this out with all the demons. I really thought all of the demons in your like summon greater demons were all just in the default thing. So I'm quite annoyed to discover that they are not.
Right.
Bulgara isn't. I thought that was one of like the.
I
ones
thought it
from
would be in
default
as well,
ones.
but it's just not. Which is really
It's allegedly
really
Monster
frustrating.
Manual.
I guess I don't have that part of the monster manual. I don't know. So let me set this up.
Does your digital version have a page missing?
I guess so.
Page ripped out.
I didn't think this was an option. Bulgara. And then this is slightly frustrating.
Yeah, Monster Manual page 56. Weird.
Page 56. Let me have a look
It
in
says.
mine again. It's just not there. Interesting. Honestly, I'm gonna have
bought the
to.
Monster Manual on 20.
I thought I had, but now I'm thinking maybe not.
How are you spelling it?
Barlgura.
That is how it's spelled.
Either way,
I can see it in mine.
I've got its character sheet now open on my second screen. So
Okay,
it's right next to a certain other character sheet that I have open on my second screen. Who knows what that one is?
If it's too difficult, I won't summon the demon.
No, at this point, Tom, I'm too deep. So it's here. The monkey is happening. I don't think it's quite that large.
Monkey.
I think it's that size.
Yeah, it is large.
Okay.
It's full size, it's right.
Oh, that is right. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right then.
let's
So
put
how
that
does this
first.
work? I roll initiative for the demon. So
Can the demon sound like Johnny Vegas?
without a shadow of a doubt, as long as you voice it constantly.
Just
What
Get
is
out
it?
here, you cheeky monkey.
What is its initiative? That should be right.
14.
Okay,
Oh, that's
it
good.
has rolled a 14. That's quite convenient. That means it goes right after you. Sorry, Ragnar, you
Yeah.
have been replaced with another large hairy beast.
I'm only a small hairy beast at the moment.
Right now you are, yes. Okay, so you roll initiative separately. At the end of each of the demon turns, it makes a charisma saving throw. The demon has disadvantage on the saving throw if you say its true name. On a failed save, the demon continues to obey you. So you can issue a verbal command to it, requiring no action on your part, telling it what it must do on its next turn.
Salem's going to say, kill the Kraken.
Kill the Kraken. Okay, right. That's your action finally done. Anything for your bonus action?
I'm going to instruct the NPCs next to me to shoot that tentacle.
To shoot the tentacle, the one just to the south of you. Excellent. Okay,
Yeah, that
that's
one.
fine. All right,
To
we will
shoot
remember
and
that.
reload.
Yep. Okay, we'll remember that when it comes to their turn. All right. So now it is your monkey's turn. Now he still gets his own kind of choices, so that's fine. I'm going to make some attacks for the Balgura now. And by make some attacks, I mean I'm literally going to bodge in the stats for some attacks. So he can gain advantage on all his attacks. He can make reckless attacks. I feel like when you're on top of a Kraken, you attack recklessly.
Yeah.
It makes 3 weapon attacks. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, bite and two fists.
Bite and fists. That's insane. Okay, so it gets a plus.
You clearly never fought a chimpanzee.
I actually haven't, Sam. I'll be honest with you. Have you? Because I have follow-up questions.
Like,
That is.
Why
for
are
me-
you still allowed in a
No,
zoo?
I'm not allowed to
Sam's got a lodger that's a chimpanzee that he has to fight every single day.
His name is Jameson.
That is for
Horrendous.
me and my probation. That is for me and my probation officer to know.
Okay, and it's 1d10 plus 4, isn't it? Okay, right. That should be set up now, so let's double test. So, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, this monkey is rolling incredibly. So, he is going to make one bite attack and just bite the Kraken square on his face. And then 2 punches. Jesus Christ, this monkey might be one of the most effective members of the party. As he just continues to just pound on this Kraken's face. You think he's probably got a bit of an edge, because honestly, he can hit anywhere, and he's hitting Kraken. But he is going real fucking well on this. So that is a total of... that's a total of 34 damage he's done. He's about as effective as a cannon shot. Maybe a little less effective, but still monkey. So, excellent.
Monkey.
Well done there. All right, then. Moving on now to Ragnir, your turn. Ragnir, you are currently holding on to a tentacle.
Yes.
Even in your idiotic brain, you do have an occasional thought that's just, oh, maybe this isn't a good idea. You push it down and proceed.
It was not meant to be a good idea. I would like to rage.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, I'll be honest with you.
myself in a precarious position.
Yes, you have.
Good.
Okay, you, Ragnir, while gripping onto the tentacle, you decide, yeah, you know what? I've had lots of ideas. This is one of my best one. As you feel the fur starting to overcome you, you embrace your bestial nature and you transform into your were-tiger form.
Crony.
And at that point, necrotic damage bursts from you, and everybody within 30 feet takes 1d10 of necrotic damage. And you will gain temporary damage equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt to the creatures. Upon striking an enemy, you can choose to expend your temporary hit points to blast the enemy with 1d10 of necrotic damage. You then take this damage yourself. Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, so is there a saving throw to make, or do they just take the damage?
Take it.
Okay.
Take it.
All right, Nugget, you take
1, 2,
2.
3.
Your cannon buddy takes 2, and the Kraken also takes 2. Let me add that on. And so you gain +6 temporary hit points. He is literally stealing health from you guys.
Yay.
All right,
it's
now
wild magic.
what would you
I
like to do?
control it. I reckon probably recklessly just, bite the Kraken.
You're on go for it? You want to turn this Kraken into a were-tiger?
Oh,
Fuck, okay, yeah, you recklessly bite the Kraken.
Were Kraken.
You bite the were-kraken. No, it's just a regular Kraken right now. So yeah, I mean, you're holding onto a piece of it. You've got teeth. You just bite down onto it like you're eating a sausage. So that does 19 points of damage.
Remember
Very
Larry
good,
goes for the
please.
Kraken, and Richard's character got eaten by it, and now Richard's character is eating the Kraken.
Okay.
Last time we fought a Kraken, Ridley's character ate the Kraken's heart.
I would like it known that despite the Kraken's honestly terrifying constitution, technically it's just failed a were-tiger save.
Amazing.
I feel like that would be a terrible.
This Kraken has such high constitution. I was like, it's not even a factor. It would have to roll terribly, and it's rolled terribly. So you have this weird feeling of immense satisfaction as you bite into the Kraken. And you kind of suddenly have a thought that dawns in the back of your head, that part of your brain you don't listen to that goes, that may have been a bad idea. Anything else you'd like to do? I think you've still got another attack.
Yeah, I would like to use my extra attack to bite the Kraken.
There was a lot of suspense for bite the Kraken again. All right. Well, as you after you have this immense feeling of satisfaction, you bite at the Kraken again, and again you hit, and you actually do exactly the same amount of damage, despite it not being a crit, because your first crit was honestly kind of shit. Wait, how have you done the exact same damage? Oh, it's because I didn't count your rage damage the first time. That's my bad. So you did 19 damage and now 16 damage. My bad. Sorry about that. All right.
And I would just like to continue holding on to the Kraken in the hopes that this tentacle will whip back onto the main body of the Kraken, because that's where I want to be.
Okay, then. All right. So you maintain holding on to the Kraken. I'm going to just give you a little grappling symbol or something. There you go. There's a fist. All right. So now we come over to Captain Nose Boots. Now he used his action to assist with you firing the cannon. So what he's going to do is attempt to rally his men all together. And he shouts some words of encouragement to everybody who's within 30 feet of him. So that is essentially just you guys here. Everybody here, you have now gained the effect of the aid action, which gives you advantage on your next thing that you attempt.
Ooh.
Indeed. All right then. Has the music stopped?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it hasn't. It was just in the quiet bit. Okay, moving on. We've got this fellow up here. Now, he didn't help fire the cannon, so he's going to instead use his action to load the cannon and help it get ready. Now, moving on to Jean. Jean,
Alright.
you are currently sat here with Sheila on the trigger and a Kraken tentacle in front of you that appears to be holding one of your newfound buddies.
I am going to use my bonus action to enter my form of dread.
Okay, excellent, excellent. With a bonus action, you decide I'm not tall enough, and you straighten up fully and then straighten another few inches as well. Your body starts cracking and growing, and the D10 is your temporary hit points, is that right?
Temporary hit points.
Excellent. You've never felt more alive. Well, alive is not really the right word, is it?
Then I am going to fire it.
Oof. Yeah, and one quick thing, Tom, I forgot to roll it. You have lost control of the demon monkey. Anyway, Ed, yes, you would like to fire the cannon. So you aim and fire the cannon with Sheila. It's a 16, which does hit.
Oh, yes!
As you blast the tentacle in front of you for 44 points of damage.
It also makes a wisdom saving throw.
The Kraken has to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, what does it need to beat to not be afraid of you?
It is, where am I? I think it's a 15.
15. Unfortunately, the Kraken does meet that.
Damn.
It's not a particularly wise creature, but it rolled quite well. The Kraken is not afraid of you yet.
And that'll be my turn. And then I just look at the other guy and just shout, "Fire!" And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Yep, alright, excellent. Good work, good result. The tentacle in front of you has definitely taken a beating. It's still going, but you know. Right, now we come over to this fellow. Now he used his action to help fire the cannon. So all he's got now is flexing and shouting about nothing kill me! And that's going to be his turn. Right, now we're going to come over here with these fellows here. Now, under the strict instructions of the box of cats, they will be firing the cannon at the tentacle to the south of them. Where the fuck is my cannon? There it is. So they fire the cannon.
God fucking damn it.
And it misses, unfortunately, and blasts into the wall behind. Right, so that cannon is now unloaded, and that is going to be his. So right now, we've got the turn of the fellow who's been grappled by the Kraken, as he attempts to. Okay, he attempts to break himself out of the Kraken's grip and succeeds in only having the Kraken tighten its tentacle around him. Jean, as you're looking right at him, you can see that his eyes are starting to bulge a little bit in his head. He's clearly being squeezed quite tightly by the Kraken.
Hold on. Nearly there.
Now, this fellow helped fire the cannon. So now we come to Tech the Wise, who will continue staring in two directions at once, and absent-mindedly appears to be, mostly at this point, you think he's trying to count. He seems to be saying something out loud, but you're not entirely certain what. All right, now we move on to this fellow down here. Now, he should aim the cannon and prepare to fire it. However, his mate has just been grabbed by this Kraken, and so he is just going to try and fire the cannon. And he does succeed in firing the cannon. Unfortunately, because he didn't aim it, I'm going to roll a d20. And if it's odd, it hits his target. If it's even, consequences. It is even. You watch as he fires the cannon once the smoke clears, you realise that he has completely obliterated his friend who was being held by the Kraken. Just paste. A bit of the Kraken took a hit, mostly his mate.
Did the Kraken tentacle get hit at all?
The Kraken it got hit a little bit.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
there was a bit of the tentacle wrapped
Okay.
around the guy. He's now
Alright.
paced. Some
Not
of the
all bad.
tentacle took a hit. Not much of a hit.
Silver
but,
lining.
you know, yeah.
Gotta count your blessings.
You gotta count your blessings, I suppose. Yes. All right then. Now, Court, it is your turn. The tentacle is in front of you. The cannon is currently unloaded.
I am going
Would you like
to tell the guy next to me to load the cannon,
Okay, he will load the cannon.
and I'm gonna fling a knife at this thing.
Okay, yep, go for it.
Whatcha?
Okay, it does hit. As you fling a psychic blade at, would you get sneak attack?
I
were
You're
hiding.
next to an ally, aren't you? And you were hiding as well. Yes, that is quite correct.
Technically,
Okay,
he has an ally within 5 feet.
that is true as well. Yeah. All right then. Excellent. So that
Like,
is
technically, Richard is within 5 feet of the Kraken because he's touching it.
Richard is well within 5 feet of our Kraken. All right. So that is 14 points of damage. Anything else for you?
yes, I will then use my bonus action to
Mhm.
fling a knife.
he's very
Slightly
original.
worse.
That's okay. It still hits.
Yeah.
So you don't get the sneak attack again, but that's another 6 points of damage. It all adds up. All right.
There we
Anything else for you?
That'll be it for now.
All right then. Call the stonk. You're up. It's you, an unloaded cannon, and a tentacle. Now the cannon to the south of you is loaded.
Can I shout at this guy, Tech,
Mhm.
to aim this cannon?
That is not a bad idea.
Well, yeah. If you
With
want
his
to,
eyes pointing in different directions.
you could shout for Tech to go and aim the cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. You shout at Tech. You yell at him, "Get over there and aim the damn thing!" And he seems to absent-mindedly wander over. It's almost a leisurely pace, but he does get there in time.
I mean, it's
and
a pretty
starts
fucking
angling
big
the
target.
cannon. Yep. What would you like to do now? The cannon is aimed. It is loaded. Aimed.
Has that guy taken a turn yet? Can he fire it for me?
He loaded the cannon under the instruction of
Okay.
Dan. Yep.
Right. I guess I'll fire the cannon.
Okay then, fire the cannon. Let's see it.
I swear to fucking God.
Right.
I get another bullshit roll.
Crit. Oh, God, fucking damn it.
You
Jesus.
fire the cannon again, and unfortunately, it goes wide. It's not quite aimed right. You're pretty certain Tech was aiming at something that wasn't there.
Have we only hit it once?
That's an attack action, right?
It is, yes, but it's a whole action to
So-
fire the cannon. You don't get another swing.
Not with the cannon, but do I get another swing with anything else?
No,
Oh.
it's a whole action to fire the cannon. It's the only way I can balance them. They do a lot of damage. I didn't expect these rolls. I'll be honest with you. I'd probably have buffed them up a bit if I'd have known.
It's not your fault.
It is not my fault. You're right. It's Sam's fault.
So I can't
Exactly.
apply extra attack.
Why are you
Unfortunately
doing
not.
this, Sam?
Because I wanted to stab him.
Oh, no, why are you making our rolls
Just
terrible?
stabbed him.
Why are you making our rolls bad?
Ruining our rolls.
Why'd you ruin our rolls?
Ruining our.
He's always been jealous of our rolls.
It's
Why
all
are you
been
sounding like
jealous
an
of our
empath?
rolls.
Sam?
Careful, he'll steal your diamonds if you're not careful.
And be ugly chimpanzee.
Anything else for you, Sam?
Tom, do an angry Enderman noise.
No.
Okay, all right then.
I don't believe I
Vanessa
can do
will
anything else that's-
continue cowering and hiding. You believe you can hear whimpering and crying. And it's the Kraken's turn. Richard,
Yes.
we're going to start from the top.
Okay.
And we're going to just do that. Okay. And that's the one. And now that. Yes. Excellent. Can you make me a strength saving throw, please? Now, I believe you have advantage because you're raging.
Yes.
Okay, as I roll
That
for the
is
Kraken.
poor.
That is actually surprisingly poor. Now, fortunately for you, this might give you exactly what you're after. As the Kraken tentacle whips around and flings you, but it is flinging you directly at the body of the Kraken.
Oh,
So
no.
you are thrown towards the Kraken. Unfortunately, you go under the Kraken for some fucking reason. I can't. How do I? Can I?
You can, if you right click, you can say bring to front.
Oh, can I? Excellent. Layer to front. There you go. You are currently thrown at the Kraken. You don't take any damage from the flinging, but the Kraken is trying to eat you. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, honestly, that hesitation had me genuinely worried. Okay then, so as you are flung towards the Kraken, it opens its maw wide and you go straight in. You take 24 piercing damage from its teeth that graze across you as you go flying through. Now, because you're raging, that's only 12 damage.
Yes, that's good. I can take 12. That's fine.
Indeed. Now, you are now considered blinded and restrained, but you have got total cover against all other attacks. Now, I'm going to change that little fist icon because you're not really holding on anymore. Instead, I'm going to put a little chemical splot. Because you are now currently inside of the Kraken, and there is acid in here, but we'll get to that. Okay, in terms... No, probably not. In terms of actions as well, this tentacle is going to have moved somewhat to have flung you away. This tentacle to the south is going to make another attack at you, Call. Does a 22 hit?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
It does.
It does. Okay, you take 15 bludgeoning damage, and can you make me a dexterity saving throw as it tries to grab hold of you? Jesus Christ. Despite being famously not dexterous, as the tentacle attempts to wrap itself around you, you're able to kind of dodge yourself just out of the way, and instead it grabs a nearby rock. The tentacle pulls away and hasn't managed to get hold of you. Now, the next tentacle is going to make a slap down at one of your buddies, Tom.
Oh, no.
That's a very good roll. As it slams down on this one, Blondie. And let's make his... Oh, actually, he makes the dexterity saving throw. So it slams down on him and has done a lot of damage to him. He's not in a good way. But he is able to successfully dodge the tentacle from grabbing hold of him.
Nice.
Indeed. All right, and that is 3 tentacle movements. So the 4th tentacle down by Ed doesn't actually get a turn. So, Nugget, it is your turn.
Right. Let's get
You
some
put a
more-
loaded cannon in front of you and a guy to assist you. You can fire the cannon, or you can follow your other barbarians' guidance. Stupid idea.
No, let's fire the cannon.
Excellent. Fire the cannon. With the assistance.
Fire the cannon!
Buddy.
Come on, I'll load up thing again.
Yep. Unfortunately, you fire the cannon, and it does arc wide again, unfortunately.
Mm.
These cannons are shit.
It's just these fucking rolls. Like,
They
I mean, if
suck
you look at
balls.
that, that's fucking like,
Cannons suck balls.
he got a 3. Like, there's a limit to what I can do here, man.
I told you we needed to practice the cannons.
That's apparently,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, it's not every day that you think about practicing cannons and then the Kraken turns up.
Exactly.
Well,
Well, this is why.
You know,
this is why you practice cannons.
You can't assume that Krakens are just going to wander up.
You have
This is why I want no arguments when we have our midnight Kraken drills.
No more arguments.
Yeah, no more arguments at the Kraken drills.
Get up and do 'em.
At the crack of dawn.
Kraken of dawn.
Oh, dear.
Was that not another
Yay.
reckless firing of the cannon, or was it just a?
Oh, was it a reckless firing of the cannon? Andy?
If you'll allow it, and if it
Yes.
makes any fucking
Honestly, these rolls have just been so unbelievably shit. I will allow it, so I will allow your cannon to have hit.
yeah, baby.
I
What?
will allow it. You
Frankly,
fire the
that's
cannon
good, yeah.
recklessly, once again,
Very-
shutting your eyes, willy-nilly, lighting what you think is the fuse. Actually, oh no, you've just lit fire to your teammate. It's fine.
Can I, in the essence of lighting it recklessly, can I light it with a match betwixt my arse crack?
You attempt to light it with a match betwixt your arse crack, and you feel it drop as you bend to catch it over again. Somehow that triggers it and sets it off with just
I mean,
just
that's
the
pretty
raw power
reckless.
of your asshole. And the cannon goes off and blasts into the Kraken directly and does 44 points of bludgeoning damage. This tentacle in front of you is now severely injured. It has had the top of it blown off, a chunk knocked out of it. It is barely really functioning as an appendage now, and you can hear the Kraken roaring in the distance.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Well, that was a reckless attack. Oh no, it doesn't.
Yep.
affect bonus, does it? No, nothing.
No? All right then. Now we move down to Salem. Fluffy Muffin Sunday, Pickle, Fuzz Aldrin, Binks. What would you like to do?
Yes.
You've summoned an angry gorilla, and that's about it so far. Yep.
Fluffy's gonna load the cannon.
Okay. I mean, you can have these guys load the cannon for you. Like that's fine.
But then they won't be able to fire the cannon.
Yeah, you could have one of
You
them
could
load the
fire the
cannon,
cannon.
aim the cannon, and then you could fire the cannon. Or you can give the NPC the moment of glory. It's fine.
But then they can fire the cannon this round rather than we're waiting till the next round to fire the cannon.
No, but you can fire it now, Tom. He'll let you take.
Yeah,
the NPC
I'm
turn
letting
and
I'm letting you basically control these guys to use them as a resource.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll fire the cannon.
Okay, so we will use up both of these guys' actions to load, to aim.
Oh, also, can I cast Hex
Yep.
bonus action?
All right, get it out on him. So what does
That
Hex do?
Concentration.
Oh fuck! Okay, I won't do that then.
It's concentration for
But you've
the
already-
monkey, isn't it?
you-
I'm concentrating on the
The monkey
monkey.
will stick around
You are
for
concentrating on
one
the
day.
monkey.
The
But
monkey-
didn't you already
Carry- carry the-
didn't you
Well,
already
no,
lose control?
Roll. It's still a concentration spell.
I
Yeah.
think the monkey
It sticks
disappears
around.
after a
No, but
couple
it doesn't-
rounds after you drop concentration.
It's 1d6
It's
rounds
1d6,
and stuff.
Way
yeah.
too many people talking at the minute.
It's up to you.
Hang on, let's have a look. How does it work?
No, I'll keep the monkey.
If you
Let's
stop
go.
concentrating on the spell before it reaches an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear for 1d6 rounds. Okay, fair enough. So you can drop concentration on the monkey if you want. You've already lost control of it.
Well, I'm thinking that the big fish that is angrily gnashing at him is probably gonna be fighting that.
Possibly, yeah.
Seems like the most pressing problem for
It
it.
does
The
seem
issue
most
is gonna be
pressing.
when the Kraken dies, and then we've got a problem.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
But let's
Yeah,
not
okay.
worry about that yet.
Yeah, that is
Let's fire the
that's
cannon
future
at this.
Salem's problem. All right, fire the cannon. Show me a cannon, please.
Fire in the laser.
Where is cannon? Cannon. This is gonna be shit, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's good. You aim, you load, you fire the cannon. It blasts off and does 22 points of damage. That's actually quite a bad roll for the cannon.
No,
it's
it's
37.
37.
Oh, it's 37. I'm reading the wrong thing. It's 37 points of damage. That's actually pretty good.
Oh, the outrage.
The outrage was palpable there, wasn't it? You do fuck all damage. Fuck you, Tom. And you successfully have knocked the tip off of this Kraken tentacle.
Just the tip.
Just the
Ooh.
tip. Don't worry. It's
Ooh.
doesn't count. It's just the tip. Anything else
Ooh.
for you, Tom?
That's it. I
Hmm?
can't reload the cannon. I've used all
Okay.
my actions.
You have indeed. All right. Now we
Okay.
go to your gorilla friend. Now you are quite correct. He's on top of a Kraken. Yes, you've lost control of him, but also he is currently stood on top of a Kraken. He is going to bite. That's very good. He's going to fist. Oh, that's less good. He's going to fist, and that is good. There we go. So there's 18 points of damage as he angrily bites on the top of the Kraken. He somehow misses one of the fist attacks. I don't entirely know how in the circumstances. But yeah, he has a pretty solid turn. You do notice, however, he keeps looking over in your direction while he's attacking the Kraken.
Oh shit!
Ragnir, hello.
Hi, I'm inside.
You are inside of a Kraken. Can you make me a
Does that mean-
Constitution
does that mean
saving throw,
He's
please?
lower.
Is he lower?
No, does
Sorry?
his AC lower because he's hitting it from the inside?
Well, we'll see. First of all, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? Oh, that's not good.
I might have a thing for that.
Is this Hearthstone music?
Yeah,
This is, yeah. Okay.
If I'm being poisoned, I have advantage on saving throws against poison.
It's not poison, it's acid.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Yeah. This Kraken doesn't come with a button for it. That's really irritating. Anyway, so you take a total of, as I open up my dice roller. Let's see. You take 37 acid damage.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
fuck.
Like, you are currently actively being dissolved by a Kraken. Now, you are considered blinded and restrained. You can try and fight your way out of the restraint. You can attack. You know. Do go for it, by all means.
I'm gonna have to, because I can't do that again. Yeah.
So, restrained, to be clear, is... I've just got to double check, because I always get
I
it
have
confused.
disadvantage, but if I attack recklessly, it will be flat, I think.
Yep. That's true, yeah.
So
Yeah, you have a 0 speed, so yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I'll be
that
attacking
seems...
recklessly, I think.
You'll be attacking recklessly, will you? Alright then, please. Recklessly attack at the Kraken.
With my claws, because I don't want to ingest any of this acid.
Okay. Well, that's a
That is a
nice
mixed bag,
range
isn't
you've
it?
got there. That is a very mixed bag. Okay, so with your claw once, you're able to get a good slice in. You can feel something breaking. You go for another claw, and you're like, oh, that was me. Okay, never mind.
I thought you said I thought he was reckless.
Yes, but he's reckless and restrained, so it's flat.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. Right, so that is how much
Is the
damage?
Kraken not more vulnerable because he
Sorry?
Won't make a difference though,
you
will it?
not got any kind of buff to be attacking like its
No,
gut
'cause, I mean,
rather than its
To be
legs?
clear, the Kraken is
Don't know,
trying to
hide.
swallow people. This is where it wants people to be. So
I've-
anything else
I've-
for you, Richard?
Misjudged the situation. Is it a bonus action to come out of rage as well? Or is it a free action?
Well, I don't know, actually. Let's
I think
have a
it's
look.
free.
5e rage.
End rage on a bonus action. Yeah. So
Is
I'd
it?
like to
Okay.
come out of rage as a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, alright then. You can come out of rage. If you flip your token back to dwarf, I suppose. I don't know what's going on here.
I would like to wild magic surge inside a Kraken.
Ah, I know what's going on here. Okay, that's fine. Alright then.
I can rage
So...
4 times.
Ooh, hang on. Okay, yep, no,
But yeah,
that's
that'll be my
fine.
turn. So
That'll be your turn. Excellent. Alright then. Moving on to the captain. Now, he is going to assist with loading this cannon. Let's do that
Lovely.
on his turn, and that's going to be him. Now we come to this fellow up north. Now, he used his turn to assist with that one, so that token is gone, but he's now usable again. Gene, it is your turn.
I am going to get this guy to load.
Mhm. Yep,
Sheila
okay.
to aim, and I shall fire.
Okay. Fire the cannon then. I assume you're aiming at the tentacle directly in front of you.
Yes, the one.
All right then. Let's do it. It's a 19. It hits. It's
Yeah.
52 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Now we're fucking cooking.
Fuck yeah.
That's a bit more like it. As you fire the cannon, it explodes the tentacle directly in front of you. It rips it in half. The Kraken pulls what's left of the stump back down to it. That tentacle is gone. Anything else for you, Gene?
Team this group. Yeah, no, I'm good. That's all I can do.
All right then. Moving on. Now we have got him. He's already been used, so his token is now gone. He is usable again. This fellow, he's now usable again. So we just clear these off. This fellow is dead. So let's ignore that. Sorry, as I just cycle through all the NPCs. We'll get back to interesting stuff soon. Alright, it's this guy. It's Tech the Wise, who will load the cannon in front of him. Actually, he shouldn't have one of those on him. Alright then, and him. He's down here, so that'll clear off that token off of him. Alright, Court. It is your turn. You have a loaded cannon in front of you.
I'm gonna get him to aim the
Yep.
cannon.
Are you going to
And
have
then
the kobold help you aim the cannon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, excellent.
Is that the right thing? Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fire the cannon.
Okay, give us a roll, please.
Alright. There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Fuck
go.
yeah.
All right. As you ready the cannon, you aim it at the tentacle in front of you, and you blast it, doing a total of 58 points of damage. Excellent work. You watch as the tentacle in front of you is also ripped in half and completely demolished and retracted in by the Kraken. Anything else for you,
Sneak
Court?
attack damage on the cannon.
You can roll your sneak attack if you want. I'll allow it. Yeah, go on. We'll add
Yeah.
that on.
It's a ranged. It's a ranged.
It's a ranged
Attack?
attack. It's not dex based, but fuck it. I'll let him have 9 additional damage on a Kraken with
I
many
mean, I
hit
think I'm
points.
technically within 5 feet of the Kraken, so
You are most decidedly within 5 feet of the Kraken. Alright. So the tentacle immediately in front of you is dead. Call. It is your turn. You've got a loaded cannon above you with an assistant.
Can I also just bonus action hide? That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, go for it. Make a stealth roll.
So it's just checking some stuff. Stealth.
Excellent.
Okay, hiding in the smoke again.
I feel like the sensible choice is to take the cannon shot, but it
Mhm.
pains me to miss.
Do it.
as someone who's made some
Well,
not
just
some
don't
sensible
miss.
choices, don't make them.
Just fire the cannon and
Wait,
don't
you're not-
miss it.
Don't I have advantage because this guy gave me advantage?
He did actually. Yes, you didn't use it. I forgot about that. Well remembered. Yes, you have advantage.
Great.
All right, let's shoot
that
this
once.
motherfucker.
All right. I believe in your
Firing
rolls.
the cannon.
Hey, it does hit. It does
With
hit
advantage.
with advantage. Excellent. So that does a total of 48 points of damage. You are now aiming at the body of the Kraken. Oof,
It gets better.
Excellent. And you pump in. Somehow you manage to imbue the cannonball with just a wink of call, and it does an additional 10 points of radiant damage. Okay, excellent. All right, Call. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Okay, Vanessa is still hiding. Why do I have her on the turn order? I don't know what I'm doing. She's still hiding. She's cowering. You can hear some whimpering. You can hear some complaints of, I'm just here to make the soup. And now it is the Kraken's turn. Now, it would attack Richard, but he's already succeeded in that, so no real biggie. 2 of its tentacles are now down, and the remaining 2 are quite badly injured. So the Kraken is actually going to move forward further into the cavern, which is clearly a very sensible idea. Now, this tentacle up the north is going to move and try and make a swat at you, Nugget. Does a
No.
20 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. It's halved to 10 because you're raging. And can you make me a dexterity saving throw at advantage because of your danger sense? I think you have danger sense.
Yeah.
Richard, does he have danger sense?
Yeah, I do.
Probably.
He does. Excellent. All right. So, thanks to your expert detection of danger sense and your toxic skin, you just kind of step over the tentacle as it tries to wrap around you. So that's expertly avoided. Now, the second tentacle to the south is going to move back up, and it's now going to make a swat at you, unfortunately, Salem Fluffy Muffin Cat Box.
Uh-oh.
Oof. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, I did think so, somehow. It's 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yes.
Oof. Unfortunately, the tentacle wraps itself around your box and lifts you up into the air.
Uh-oh.
As I, hang on, move you to the front. Ah, fuck off. Hang on, fuck's sake. There we go.
It is weird having the Hearthstone music.
Oh, I've got 10 temporary hit points. Hang on.
You do have 10 temporary hit points. Make sure to use them. There you go. I'll move it on to a different Hearthstone's music. All right, you are now grappled by the tentacle. So we'll deal with that on your turn. And the Kraken is going to attempt to bite the monkey boy on top of it. That is gonna hit, and that is gonna do a lot of monkey boy's damage. And okay, so the Kraken manages to maneuver the ape to the point where it falls directly into its mouth, and it gets a good bite on the monkey, but the monkey is not quite dead. He's still swinging. Nugget, it is your turn.
Fuck again.
It is.
I remember very quick.
It did come around quick.
Right, what's the situation with this cannon? Do I need to reload it, or is this guy?
It needs to be loaded, and then it can be fired.
Oh, what have I done?
But you would have to fire it without aiming it, but you've been recklessly firing for a while, so I feel like that's pretty on brand for you. I like the idea that the barbarian fires without aiming and gets better because of it. I'm into it, I'll be honest with you, yeah.
Let's give it a reload. Cheeky reload.
Okay. You have your buddy reload it.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I can fire it now.
You can fire it with a reckless attack, yeah, if you want. Yep. Nobody is grappled by the tentacle, so there's no odds of you hitting whoever's grappled.
Out of
Which
curiosity,
is a shame.
If Nugget
Yep.
loads the cannon, does his skin poison the cannonball?
Oh.
Because he's got poison skin.
Possibly. But I'd need to look into special cannonballs. And I haven't sorted. Honestly, I haven't set that up, so no, but I like it. You're thinking. This is good thinking.
Well, it's about time I started, I think.
I mean, Ragnir may not, but I would expect you to occasionally, yes. Although at the same time, you've just been eaten by a Kraken, so what the fuck do I know? Oh, excellent, Andy, excellent. So you fire the cannon, it does 44 points of bludgeoning damage, and does also completely demolish this tentacle in front of you. The Kraken is now repeatedly roaring in pain.
Yahoo.
It is clearly not in a good way. It has one functioning battle tentacle, which is currently holding a box of cats. Anything else for you, Nugget?
Nope, we just need to sneeze.
Okay, Nugget sneezes as a bonus action. Salem, it is your turn. You are currently being held by a tentacle. Can you make me a strength check, please? A strength saving throw, sorry.
That is not a good check.
Oh my god. You may have the single best opportunity to pass this. That is, oh man.
Welcome to the place of the bad ideas.
Can I try and cast a spell?
What spell are you looking to cast?
Command.
Command. Do you speak any of the same languages as the Kraken? Let's have a look. What languages do you speak?
Some.
That's a great answer. Thanks, Tom. That's exactly what I was after. I'm just curious,
Common, infernal.
Huh.
Common or infernal?
You do speak a language the Kraken understands.
Oh.
The Kraken is about to fling you. You can. I will say you can try and use the command spell if you'd like.
Yes.
I'll allow it. Fuck it. Why not? Go on. Paste the command spell so I've got it for rolls. Okay, excellent. All right. What would you like to try and command?
So it has to be
It's a one-word command, isn't it?
Yeah.
drop.
Okay. What, to get it to drop you?
Yeah.
Okay, and it is a
It's-
what save is it? A wisdom
it starts
saving
quite
throw.
doing a slut drop and twice.
Yeah.
He drops it like it's hot.
Exactly.
All right. As one of the cats, the one with slightly larger horns than the others, sits up and spits out some kind of horrible infernal language that is the word for drop, and also suspiciously some kind of dance move. You're not entirely certain. At the Kraken, you see a brief glimmer of understanding in the Kraken's eye. You almost think for a moment, it knows me, it understands me, it feels me, and it flings you into its mouth.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs, what is this?
Uh,
Distract the creature into encouragement. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the roll.
Ooh.
So which creature are you flinging that at? The Kraken?
the Kraken.
So
So
the
on
Kraken has to
it
remake its
re-roll
save. Okay.
save.
Oh my fucking god, fuck you, Ed! As
What the kitty?
as in the last second, as the tentacle winds up to fling you, Jean steps up and I don't know, it's some kind of momentary distraction of silvery barbs. I don't know, flings some confetti out of one of his sleeves at the Kraken. The Kraken's eye seems to pivot just for a second, and it drops you in the water. You are no longer grappled. You have gotten away from the tentacle. There is still a tentacle next to you. You're still in the water next to a Kraken. You are in a substantially better position than Ragnir.
Well,
Fuck you, Ed.
because
Yeah.
command
Yeah.
I've cast at level 4,
Right, okay.
and for every level above second level, I can command an additional creature.
Okay. Who else are you looking to command with this?
I'm thinking Monkey Boy to get Ragnir out.
Wait, hang on. So when you do the command, is it they all get the same command at each slot? The creature must be within 30 feet of each other when you target them. So it's still got the drop command at the very least. Is it different commands or is it the same command?
When you cast a spell using spell slot of second level high, you can affect one additional creature for each slot.
It doesn't specifically say it has to be the same command.
Doesn't say. Let me just have
a
a quick look.
that might bear a Google.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Save wisdom.
Okay. It looks like I'm looking at it with like twin spell. It looks like it's the same command. So you can tell the ape to drop if you'd like.
Slut drop.
You
Drop
can,
into the mouth.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it. Yeah, I mean,
Or whatever.
To get eaten.
Interpret that as.
let's make the wisdom save for the ape.
So it just starts fighting Ragnir inside the Kraken.
As you shout command, the tentacle drops you, and you notice that the ape also appears to dive into the Kraken's mouth.
Such a fuck you to Ragnet for no reason.
That was unnecessary.
Alright, the ape dives directly into
Oh,
the
sorry,
Kraken's mouth.
Ragnir.
And now it's the ape's turn. Alright, Ragnir, it's suddenly gotten a little bit crowded in here. And without realizing it, in front of you, instead of it being a Kraken, is actually some kind of ape-like creature. However, the ape-like creature first has to survive the acid.
Can I
Fuck.
if my turn is continuing, can I drop
Mhm.
concentration?
You can drop concentration if you'd like, yes.
I'm gonna drop concentration.
Okay, I'm going to public roll this so we all know.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Hey.
So the ape is a present for this turn, and then he's gone.
shit. Okay.
So the ape has dived into the Kraken. Fucking okay. And the ape has taken a lot of acid damage. Okay. And the ape is going to try and bite at you, Ragnir. Oof. That's his first really, really bad roll. Does a 10 hit?
No.
No,
Oh, but
no,
he has
no,
3
it doesn't.
attacks, doesn't he?
He does have 3 attacks. Does a 13 hit?
No.
And does a 16 hit?
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, him getting disadvantage is really scuppering him here. So the ape has dived into the mouth, has ended up directly in front of you, and is now desperately attempting to flail at you, and completely failing. It is essentially been torn apart by the acid. Even if Tom had not dropped his concentration, it wasn't going to last many more rounds. And then simply vanishes from existence as the spell ends and its extra turn is gone. Ragnir,
Well,
it is your turn.
Ragnir is confused. I suppose you'll be wanting a con save. Oh,
I
fuck.
would. Yeah.
Could you just, like, roll badly?
Yeah. I mean, okay, I wanted to be clear, this is actually a bad roll. Take 25 acid damage. Fuck. I want to be clear, this is a bad roll.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, you're still alive? Okay, excellent. Alright, your turn.
I would like to rage.
Yeah, that seems a good idea, doesn't it? Alright then.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm Ragnir.
As you remain in your dwarf form, because you think, yeah, there's not really enough space for a dwarf in here. There's probably not for a tiger. And that's an odd one. Okay. As plants and barbs grow around from you and turn the inside of this kraken into difficult terrain.
That's gonna be like the worst fucking heartburn ever.
But you have gained the effect of Thorn Whip as a bonus action.
Yeah, just gonna have to real quick.
I'm pulling up Thorn Whip myself. Yeah, exactly. So Thorn Whip is, it is a spell that you can cast with a 30 feet range that does 1d6 piercing damage, and if they're large or smaller, it pulls it towards you. So essentially, it just gives you a bonus action attack, or you can bonus action reckless attack.
Okay, cool. I'll think about it on my next turn after I've died.
Okay.
Because
Oh yeah, you don't have a bonus action right now. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, I'll just start hammering at it with my recklessly attacking.
I forget you have weapons. Yeah.
With this truth fangs.
No, it's flat rolls, unfortunately,
that means
because you are still inside of the kraken.
Stupid fucking.
Okay. Oh, but your second roll is very good and does 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. I have curiosity.
Yep.
Krakens have tonsils, so these plants might be irritating. I don't know. Maybe make it throw up. Well, I would like to be outside.
It's funny that you've mentioned that, because the kraken has just failed a Constitution saving throw to keep you inside, and the kraken is now going to regurgitate you and spit you out. As suddenly the mouth of the kraken opens, there's a horrible retching noise, and Ragnir is flung to here and lands in the water here. You are now out of the kraken. You are no longer covered in acid. You are no longer directly inside the kraken, as it has thrown you up.
I don't believe it.
Indeed, it has regurgitated all swallowed creatures. Okay.
Noted.
Anything else for you?
Just, does this mean I've now made this water difficult terrain as well?
It's a 10-foot aura around you, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The ground within 10 feet of you is difficult terrain. Let me give you an aura.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. That has actually sort of gone better than I expected.
That has actually gone much better than I expected. All right, so we come to the captain, who has already been used, so I will remove his token, and he is usable again. We come to this dude up here, who I will remove his token. And Gene. There is no longer a tentacle directly in front of you. If you wanted to use the cannon, you
and that one's
wouldn't be able to hit the Kraken.
We can't really reach it, can we?
Not really, from where you are, no.
Totally fine.
Actually, you
Sheila...
could. Oh, no, sorry. No, the northern one is also dead. Never mind. Yep, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Sheila and I... 5, 6. Can I just about sort of see the edge of it? Oh, no, I see the tentacle.
Yeah. You can see the tentacle easily. I will say the Kraken is in a horrific state.
Yeah, alright, cool. I will... yeah, I'm just gonna... I mean, I've got my form of dread up.
Yep.
Why not? I'm gonna use a bonus action hex just to get that up.
Okay, excellent. Yep.
And then I shall Eldritch Blast.
Okay, excellent. You wind up and let burst out of your chest some dark tentacles. Unfortunately, the first one goes wide.
Second one. Fuck me.
Second one also
I
goes
should have
wide.
stuck with a cannon. I was way better at that.
Somehow less wide, but you know. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
No? Alright, excellent. Moving on then. Alright, we've got Goblin Boy here. Now, he is going to aim the cannon directly in front of him that's next to Court.
No.
Come to this guy. He's going to load the cannon.
Oh, this is good then.
This guy's dead. This guy is going to aim the cannon. Ready to be fired. This guy, I'm going to clear off his token. And this fellow, where the fuck is he? Oh, he's down here. He's going to run over with Eugene. And he's just holding a cutlass in one hand, looking decidedly useless as he kind of glances around and goes, "What the fuck do we do? I've just got a fucking sword. What the fuck do I do?" And that will end his turn. Court, it is your turn. You have a loaded and aimed and ready to fire cannon directly next to you. You're somehow hiding, I guess, in the smoke, and there's a Kraken in front of you. That thing's fucking tall.
I hate how big it is. Even with the fury of only a small person with small man syndrome. I fire the cannon.
Excellent. Go for it, please, and thank you. And it's a crit!
Oh,
crit!
Fucking yes!
With the fury of only the smallest
double sneak
of
damage.
kobolds.
Yeah.
You ready up the cannon, you aim it at the Kraken. Give me your double sneak damage as well. And I have to ask Dan, how would you like to do this?
That's just over 100 damage.
See, better than a ranger. I would like it to go like through its mouth, like shattering its teeth, and like the teeth come flying out through the back of its head.
Yeah. The Kraken rears up in front of you. It looks like it's ready to re-eat Ragnir. As you wait just for the prime moment, you fire your cannonball. It goes straight into the mouth. It shatters through the first layer of teeth, the second layer, the third layer, the back of the mouth. It goes bursting out like a horrible, horrible ketchup bottle. Everywhere there is blood, there's bits of teeth, and the whole body of the Kraken moves, sways, and collapses backwards. The beast is indeed dead.
Good. Good.
You have successfully bested the Kraken. I'm going to drop the initiative. Well done, everybody. The Kraken is now dead. As it starts to pool blood on the ground in front of you. Well, no, it's just fucking everywhere. Yes, Sam?
Can I fish the limp dwarf out of the harbour?
You reach your halberd down for Ragnir to grab hold of. He kind of awkwardly comes shuffling up. This Ragnir always likes fighting big monster. It's always what he's very keen for. Ragnir, at the moment, you are not entirely certain if you just won against the big monster or if somebody else won against the big monster.
Yeah, I will lay on hands him.
That is a nice touch.
35 points, hit points back.
Very good. Very
I've just
good.
named myself something and then I've realised what this abbreviates to.
What have you called yourself? The Kraken Killer.
Well, I've
I
committed
mean,
now.
we are the evil League of Evil. You kill children, but we've already reached the point where there's a character called the KKK. Gonna ask you to come up with something else. I'll be honest with you. All right.
Well,
Now, as the Kraken is just collapsed on the ground in front of you, Ragnar, you're fished out of the water and you kind of look in and see the mouth just open. Inside of the body of the Kraken, you can see there's various bits of refuge. Now it's in the light of day. You can really see where you were. There is acid there, but there's occasional bits of bone, maybe a hand impaled on a tooth that's still there. Generally, the body of the Kraken is just a mess. There is blood leaking out everywhere in the harbour, but you have successfully rid the town of Grimhaven of this terrible, terrible beast, and you are now in a position where the seas are yours to command, with your new mastery of the cannons. Oh, what is... Okay, Salem is going to cantrip something.
No, that's a
knows?
mistake. I messed up. Sorry.
Yeah, I know it's a mistake. As you're all recovering and returning back to the fold, Salem somehow... You don't entirely know how the box gets out of the water, but suddenly the box is next to the fire. Grooming himself. I'm going to
Some
move
very
people
unhappy
back.
looking cats.
There's some rather soggy looking cats, but at the same time, they did successfully just use the command spell on a Kraken. Which is pretty fucking baller, I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, one of the crew was killed, the fellow with the black hair. As members of the footmen gather round in remembrance. I always did like Edwin. He was a good lad. He had a good run.
Did always like fellow with the black hair.
Yeah, black-haired fellow.
Oh.
They tell you his name was Edwin. He was a nice man. You know, liked his hair a bit too much. He spent way too long. Anyway, it's a shame. We'll miss him. And with that, Vanessa is going to return. You can tell she's clearly been crying. She embraces her father, happy to see him alive again, and then returns to the bowl of stew that suddenly now smells incredibly inviting. And she will start doling out bowls of soup to everybody. And from in amongst the Kraken, I'm going to say practically it probably is Nugget who goes to go and have a look at what's in the Kraken.
Do it.
If you can roll me a perception check with advantage, Nugget, to have a good root around in the Kraken, let's see what you can find.
A rootin' and a tootin'.
Rootin' and a tootin'.
Fat loot.
Not a very good one.
It's not a very good roll, but a 16 is enough that you, at one point, you find an entirely perfectly preserved skeleton. It appears that the acid dissolved all the flesh, but couldn't touch the bones. You also notice that the skeleton is wearing a rather fancy cloak. You immediately recognize this as a cloak of the imposter. It's a cloak that people wear when they're trying to pretend to be a grung like you. It's a pathetic, shallow attempt to emulate perfection. To everybody else, it's a cloak of the manta ray. There you go. Which will enable you to breathe underwater and have a swimming speed of up to 60 feet. So...
Yeah.
Indeed. As you're going, sorry.
No, I was just going to say that seems helpful for the floating
spends
challenge among
all his time underwater. Indeed. As you're pulling the cloak of the manta ray off, you also discover a ring on the finger of the creature. You don't really know what the ring is, but it is pretty. So you bring it back for the rest of the party. And upon looking at it, I'm going to say, Jean, you recognize it as a ring of shooting stars.
Ooh.
There we go. This is an excellent artifact. This is a very powerful artifact. You're not entirely certain how this would have ended up inside of a Kraken. But still, there's potential.
Oh,
Potential. Indeed. And as you're all sitting down, enjoying a bowl of soup from Vanessa and relaxing by the fire, I'm going to say it's a bit generous, but you did just beat the Kraken very handily, so you all level up.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's really good soup.
Yes.